Parents and families, once again, thank you for taking the time to hear about what your child is learning in school this month. My name is Jennifer Beck, and I am the Director of Elementary Education. The Florida Standards lay out what your child is learning in school for each of his or her subjects. October is an exciting month for many reasons. In the Marion County school system, October is the time where we will move from first quarter in school to our second quarter. It is hard to believe that 1/4 of our school year finishes in October. As we move from quarter 1 to quarter 2, in the language arts classes, we will move from cluster 1 of the Florida Language Arts Standards to cluster 2. As you may recall, that in cluster 1, your child focused on what the author said in their stories and articles, while they focused on key ideas and details. In cluster 2, we will move to how the author says things in their stories and articles as we move our focus to craft and structure. As your child focuses on how authors write and present information in stories, he or she begins to move beyond understanding what was said in the story. This is definitely a harder skill that stretches a child's brain. Let me share a few of the standards your child will focus on this month in class. After reading a text, literature, or informational piece, your child will be able to determine the meaning of unknown words and phrases using the text around the word, such as context clues, parts of the word, prefix and suffixes, and antonyms or synonyms. Identify and use similes, comparisons using the words like or as. Life is like a box of chocolates, or he is as busy as a bee. Identify and use metaphors, comparisons that are directly stated. Life is a roller coaster. You are my sunshine. Identify parts of stories, dramas, poems, and how they build on one another to lead to the next events using words like character, scene, stanza, verse, cast of characters, setting, dialogue, and stage direction. Can you see how all of these standards focus on how the author gave the reader information, and how most of these help your child understand the vocabulary and words used by an author within the story? As your child learns these skills, he or she starts to see and analyze the craft of writing, setting them up for future success as they become writers and they analyze beyond what the author said. In your discussions with your child, ask a question about what was read and wait for their answer. After they answer your question, next ask, how did you know that? Where did the author say that in the book? You are helping to stretch and to grow their knowledge and brain while you help us to focus on cluster 2. These are just a few of the items your child will be focusing on in October. In next month's video, I will share a few more of the Cluster 2 standards. This month, below this video, you will find a new flyer about the Florida Standards created by the Florida Parent-Teacher Association, or PTA. The first page describes ways that you can learn more about the standards. The second page provides you great ways to support your child at home. I loved reading all the activities, which is why I wanted to share this flyer with you. Please remember that every minute you spend with your child actively engaged in reading, sharing, talking, and learning together, you are building towards their success. Thank you for taking time to watch this video today and making a difference in your child's life. Next month, I look forward to sharing more standards from Cluster 2, a few language standards, and more helpful hints to use at home. Thank you.